AC Guy 1948 here. Today I have a 1988 Chevy C30 Custom Deluxe. This is not my truck, although I wish it was. No, but we're going to be cleaning it up. This is the original paint. We're going to wash it and give it a good wax. It's been sitting outside and I don't like that. This thing was in a building. The previous owners were the original owners, and they bought it for hauling, pulling a hog trailer around. Got old Power King Premium Super Highway. They actually do drive really nice. Load Range D. Drives down, it's choppy. These tires are really choppy. I don't know if you can see. There's a high spot, another high spot. But surprisingly, they drive really nice. Let's see if we can get that 152 off there. I don't know what that's about. Let's see, a nice headache rack. Gooseneck ball. That's the worst thing about this truck. Can't take that out and make this a flush bed without cutting it out of there. You can, actually, I think they had that one welded. Yeah, you can't remove that ball the way they have that thing. Got a single exhaust going back to a dual out on the pipes. Truck is in really good shape. Has a wooden bed. There you can see up underneath. It's missing one corner light. Has dual tanks on it. I do believe both of them actually work in this truck. Cab is in excellent shape. I mean, excellent shape. This is all original. Under the door. This thing spent a lot of its life in a building. It was parked when they weren't using it. Custom Deluxe. Does have your 4-speed. The seat's in pretty good shape. I love these big mirrors. Doors close real good. Love these big mirrors. You'll notice there's no antenna. That's right. This truck is about as base model as you could get. We'll look into the build sheet for it, and I do have that. But no radio in this truck. About as base as you could get. A 2-wheel drive stick shift with the 454. Coming inside the cab here, we do have 50,221 miles on it. And that's original. Somebody's added a water temp gauge. Even though it seemed like the actual one was working. Here's your fuel tank switch. Your ashtray. I haven't been in these in a while. I forgot you push down. Still has the cigarette lighter with it. And your glove box. As you can see here, there is a blank plate. That is where your radio would normally go in these trucks. Also, there is no air conditioning. You will see that it is just heater controls. And then you have this little cubby hole here. At least it's a little, I think it's slightly angled back. No, it feels pretty flat, but keeping things up there is not ideal. I do believe another vent would go here if you had air conditioning. There are no vents there on the passenger side either. But you do have a little door on either side here that you can pull, and it opens a vent. It lets air through the cab, as well as your typical window vents, smoker vents. People have different names for them. Open like that, and those are super nice on any vehicle they're in, providing they want to open and close all right. This one's a little finicky. Here on the turn signal stock, you have both a low and a high option for your windshield wipers, as well as your normal turn signals and a mist function. To control the lights on this truck, pull out once for parking lights, pull out a second time for your headlights. You can twist all the way up and it will turn on your dome light, if this truck had such an option, which it doesn't. I do believe there are lights down low that it turns on, but I can't be for sure right at this moment. I haven't been in one of these trucks in quite a while. Down here is a better shot of the vent system. When you pull open on this, it opens this little door, and that brings fresh air into the cab. I always liked your layout in these. You have your oil pressure, your voltage, and your water temperature. Don't mind that. That there's aftermarket. You could have even had a little clock go here so you can know what time it was. Fancy. In the center of the steering wheel, you have your horn. Here's what the seat looks like. Very nice vinyl. Has had a little bit of repair work from where people get in and out, but still a very plush and comfortable seat. Driving home with this, I was hitting bumps, and this truck has very stiff suspension, and this thing was just absorbing the most of it. I could feel my feet moving, but my butt sure wasn't. For the weight capacity on this truck, it was rated at 10,000 pounds. Now, let's go take a look at what allows it to pull 10,000 pounds. The hood release is down here. I already pulled it, but we're ready to go. Come up to the front and feel around for a latch. And here we have the big 454. Power ratings from this massive 454 were 230 to 255 horsepower and between 385 and 405 on the torque side. Not quite as high on the horsepower as you'd think, but that's quite a bit of torque. Alright, now that we're done with the introduction, we'll fire up the pressure washer and get going on it. Go for a little drive in this. Hopefully the camera don't go every which way. Not the fastest truck in the world. Tons of pulling power though with that 454. We're in top gear too. It's only a 3-speed with well, it's really a 4-speed. That low is not really anything special. It's just for if you want to pull an extra feature that they call it. Got a sprayer coming. I have to slow down. Left 45, 55. This truck ride's nice. For as balanced as it is, these seats actually absorb quite a bit. Drives straight. Well, now we got it under the shade. Just gotta wait for it to dry. I think it's gonna buff out fairly nice. I wish I actually had a buffer. That would probably bring this back really good, but I'm just gonna hand buff it. Well, here we go. Here's what it looks like before. It's gonna shine up nice, you know it is. I know you're getting sick of walking around this, but I had to do it while it was dry. I only get one shot at the before, because I have a feeling it's going to look a lot better after. No real gloss, a little bit of reflection in it. Alright. I think we'll do the left half first. It looks a little more hazy. We'll see how that does and compare it to the right. I'm going to use this Meguiar's cleaner wax. It's a little half turn. You don't have to unscrew the whole lid. It's so nice. And it actually smells really good, which I've never had a wax smell great. And yeah, that's fancy too. Rub off the left side here and see what we get. Hopefully, good results. Looks pretty good, but to be honest, it looked pretty good before. Definitely shinier on that side. So the wax is doing its job. I kind of went over it again and fixed all those blemishes that the wax was leaving. So yeah, don't let this stuff dry on too long or it will be difficult to get off. But if you do, just give it some fresh and wipe again and it'll take that off with it and leave you with a nice shine underneath. I even went along and kind of hit this with it and along the sides. Darkened it up some, didn't really add gloss, but it was pretty flat paint to start with. Not going to worry about that. That's just seems like a waste of wax to me. The truck looks good from the front. Did the bumper, did down in here. Ooh, a little bit there, need that. There we go. And that'll do it for the washing and waxing of this truck. In the next video, we'll be going over the paperwork, the window sticker, and look at all the options it came with, which honestly wasn't a whole lot, but still cool to look at, and we'll find out what the original price of this truck in this configuration was. So stay tuned. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and hit like and subscribe if you want to see more. Now it's back. Next thing to do will be get this thing up and going again. This one's a four-wheel drive with a long wheel base and a dump bed. The bed, however, is in pretty poor shape. She's pretty, yeah, rotted out. But the cab, on the other hand, is in pretty good shape itself. Not as good as this one is, but that's asking a lot of any of these trucks. But still not bad. What you got mileage-wise? 47,000. That's probably 147,000 with the history of this truck. This one had the Silverado package. You had your fancy little door poles and your bag in the door. Air conditioning. Yeah, actually had air conditioning and a radio, AM, FM radio. Stereo. The fancy one. And did it have? Yes, it did. your little dome light, and a headliner. This was the fancy one. Door still closes good on that. This one has a 350 under the hood, and it's 4-wheel drive, and it's got the 4-speed. So, very nice trucks. Like them both. For comparison on the door, no bag, no pull handle. And here's the interior. No heat. Of course, we went over all this. I'm just really happy with how it turned out in the end. So that'll do it for this video on this truck. I believe this one's an 86. And I know this one's an 88. We went over the paperwork. We did that in another video here. So, with that being said, I'll leave it here. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Give it a like if you liked it. We'll do more stuff in the future. Maybe with that truck. Probably not with this one though. I wish we were keeping this, but ooh, that needs to be drained. This is actually the city's old asphalt truck. So there's a lot of asphalt. No level of goof off is going to tackle that problem.